What up, hotheads? I'm Henry, and this is Blaze the Roof. This week, we're reviewing a sauce named Microsaucerie Piko peppers. The company was founded by JP and Val. I could not get any more information on them. I don't know when it was started, but they shared in a love of cooking, gardening, and spicy meals. They started searching for hot sauces in the area. They then started to carry these in a store to help out the local sauce makers, right? Then they discovered that they wanted to do their own. In Montreal, there's a very short growing season, so they then used hydroponics to help combat that, and they started making their own sauces. What they found was that these microbreweries or microsauceries had a lot of different flavors than your commercial ones that are more vinegar forward. And they became entranced in that. The mascot for the company currently is their cat Kobo, although I think the original mascot was their other cat Piko. The store that they sold all the hot sauces out of was called Chez Piko. We've already covered Montreal. I'm tired of talking about that city. It's just, for some reason, everything out of Heatness is coming out of there. So I'm going to skip Montreal this time. Let's now look at the packaging. So first and foremost, it's got a very nice, simple, sleek label. If we look at the heat level, it's 3 flames out of 5. You see the kitty cat there? That's Kobo. And then, so this is the Pico Rico sauce, which is a piri piri sauce. I have reviewed a few in the past. I really like this type of sauce, so this is going to be interesting. The letters are kind of almost a cartoony font, but it's a red with yellow bordering. And it says, our twist on a classic handmade with love, all natural, fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Let's look at these ingredients. Shockingly enough, they're not in French, which is actually, I thought, a requirement. The ingredients include bell peppers, onions, vinegar, lemon juice, garlic, cane sugar, canola oil, sea salt, habanero peppers, cayenne peppers, spices, beer. So typically a piri piri sauce will have either African bird's eye or some type of bird's eye chili. The fact they're using habaneros is interesting. Like I said, it's their take on it. And the fact that it has beer in it is also very different. Obviously, we're going to talk about beer. I love beer. Beer and bourbon are my two go-tos when I go out. The earliest discovered beer was found in Israel and was aged in 13,000 BC. So beer's been around for a while. Beer was a staple food before bread. In ancient Egypt, beer was made so that the water from the Nile could actually be drinkable. And this is a common thing throughout history. Beer was actually used in ways to kind of sterilize the water and make it potable. Beer is the third most consumed beverage in the world, only after water and tea, which I hope you are drinking water, people. Stay hydrated. Scientifically, the best way to drink beer is, and especially carbonated beer, is out of a can. It protects from sunlight and other factors better than glass bottles do. Former President Barry O. Barack Obama was the first president to brew a beer in the White House. Not to be outdone, Donald Trump is the first president to be brought up on federal charges. The Guinness Book of World Records was actually published as a way to settle pub debates. Yes, this is the same company that makes Guinness Stout. And the strongest beer in the world, it is known as snake venom with an ABV of 67.5%. That's a lot. Whew. Man. All right, so before we get any further, let's hear from this week's sponsor.
Millennials love avocado toast, but aren't that into cereal. We here at Generic Mills have created a cereal to remedy that. Avocado Toast Crunch, with crackers that are toasted slightly and tinged with avocado coating. We even jacked up the price on this, much like real avocado toast. Hipsters will eat this shit up. Now available with feta or sun-dried tomato flavoring. Avocado Toast Crunch, bougie by the bowlful.
Now for the moment of truth. I can smell, it smells like bell pepper. I can kind of smell the garlic and maybe like the habanero. Doesn't smell like beer. Right, so this is a bright orange. Most piri piri sauces are orange, yellow to orange. So This is in line with that characteristic. Looks very pulpy. You can see, nice orange color. All right, well, here we go. Cheers. So there's a burn on the back of the tongue, back of the throat. It's a bit of a slower burn, so it's probably the habanero. I don't really taste much of the cayenne in there. There is an interesting aftertaste, which might be the beer. But in combination with all the other stuff, it tastes like a tomato sauce, like a pasta sauce, or like a pizza sauce. With a little bit of sweetness, I guess, from the beer. So that's interesting. Piri piri sauces typically have a little bit more of a bite to them, a little bit more acidity. So this one doesn't really have what I would say has, at least it's not too acidic. It is pulpy. So yeah, it's a middleweight, very light middleweight though. Almost lightweight. It does clock in at 15.5 thousand SHUs. What would I put this on? Being that I got that, it tastes like a pizza sauce. So with most piri piris, I would say like put it on like lamb, beef dishes, ground beef dishes. But this I would even throw in pizza. Maybe not wings, because I think the beer throws off the flavor of this. And it was an interesting twist. It's not one that I particularly enjoyed that much, but other people rave about this sauce. I think it's okay. I don't think it's like the best thing I've ever had. My two other piri piri sauces that I probably like more are like the African rhino one, which I think I reviewed in like episode 102 or something like that, or 101, and the lion's mane piri piri from Heartbeat. Those were, I think, better versions, but I'll still use this, but it's not like, I don't know, that aftertaste just kind of throws me a bit. So it's almost like there's like oregano in here or something. It just tastes like a pasta sauce. It's weird. It threw me off a bit. Next week, I'll be reviewing a sauce named Sauce Leopard, the Seventh Reaper. Until then, I'm Henry, and remember, spice up your life. Take care.